there was ever one film that I was going to create, it would be based on the high school performing arts. Because having grown up in New York City, where you're aware of magnet schools, I started to research it. I went around and had lunch there. I said, well, I've never seen a lunchroom like this lunchroom. These kids were in their own world, where they were doing dance exercises, or it could be working on a stream from Streetcar Named Desire, or vocalizing, but everyone was in their own space. And I said, I've never seen a lunchroom like this. And that's when I put in my mind that I'm going to do hot lunch. Hot lunch based on my experience in the lunchroom in the high school performing arts. In the middle of shooting the movie in New York, we get a legal letter from MGM that we cannot use this title, Hot Lunch. And we're ready. Somebody's writing Hot Lunch Jam, and we're into Hot Lunch. We want to be Hot Lunch. The reason we couldn't use the title Hot Lunch is that I wasn't aware of this, but at that time there was a pornographic movie called Hot Lunch. Not that anybody would identify with both those things, but I could see where they would say, "Oh well," they didn't know about our story, but their pornographic movie was the thing they were selling in. So we reluctantly agreed to change the title, and fortunately, the universe was giving us something much better, in that Fame won the Academy Award for Best Song. And it doesn't get better than winning an Academy Award for the song that is the title of your movie. When you've made a film, it lives because you can watch it. If you create it in the theater, you've created a blueprint with people all over the world and forever playing these parts. Fame is a global phenomenon. Last year, in the UK, they're celebrating the 30th anniversary. They're not celebrating the movie, but finally it reached all this audience that it became a classic in the theater. You can't see something and say, oh, it's a masterpiece and classic when it just opens. It's done in different languages. It goes from one generation to the next. It transcends time. Years after Fame, it was on 3rd Avenue across from Bloomingdale's. It was kind of umbrella weather, and I was walking the street, and then all of a sudden somebody said, David De Silva. And I looked, I said, Alan Parker. Alan Parker was a film director of Fame. He's no longer with us. And then we had a little chat there, and I said, isn't it great how we wound up with the title Fame? We didn't want to change it, the name, and we wound up with the Fame, and it wins the Academy Award, and whatever, and and he said, well, it's great for you, because if we hadn't changed it, you'd be Father Hot Lunch. I thought, wow, that's funny.